Well, will you look at that? A couple of nice bucks laying in the prayer circle. Mr. Forrest. And I think that's Buddy. I hadn't seen Buddy, but I believe that's Buddy. I think I saw him yesterday. They're just laying there chewing their cud. Had a bunch of elk in the yard again this morning. You can see how much those antlers are changing just almost from day to day. And you see the difference. We talked about it earlier. In age of a deer and how the difference becomes not only in the antlers, but the difference becomes in the weight. But Forrest is a big deer. There's absolutely no doubt about it. That's Buddy's second horns. He's still young, 2-year-old deer. But golly, look at Buddy. Got some nice antlers there, but they're minuscule compared to Forrest. Forrest is going to be maybe just an 8-point or 9 or 10. But he's a big one. I guess he probably don't even pay attention to the fact that he's got a green crown on his head. That makes him the cash king, right? We could call him the cash king, or call one of his sons the cash king, maybe, because he's got a green crown. Would that make you a cash king? I have no idea. Anyway, laying there just enjoying himself. I might take a few carrots out there and see if we can get him to eat out of our hands. I believe that he will. He seems pretty calm and enjoying this morning. It's going to be another 100-degree day, but the 100-degree days are going to end after today for a couple of weeks, and be down in the upper 80s, low 90s, perhaps a little rain. Hadn't had any rain since June the 10th, so we're getting up here pretty close to a month with no moisture, although we had a lot to them before then. Okay, I went and got some carrots. Hi, Forrest. Hi, Forrest. Hi, buddy. What are you doing, huh? What are you doing, Forrest? Hi, buddy. Forrest and Buddy. Hi, Buddy. Buddy's going to get up as well. Yeah. He's going to be a little small 8-point. He's going to be a really big 10-point. At least 9, maybe 10. Yeah. Let's see if we can get on out here to him. Forrest says, that's not a problem, Jimmy. That's not a problem. Get out here and see if I can get close. Get these boys to come up here and see me. Walked right up to them. Gonna walk over to the feeder. He's wanting me to throw out some feed. I can't say as I blame him. They know where that South Fresh deer food is, don't they? Come right over here, boss. Come right over here. He's got me trained, doesn't he? He definitely has me trained. Yep. Come on over here, Jimmy. Come on over here. Yeah. Come on over here. Give me something good to eat. Isn't he a beauty? Isn't he a beauty? And look at Buddy. Little Buddy. He won't eat out of my hands, but he's 10 yards away from me. Not even 10 yards, maybe. Right here, absolutely on top of me. And he walked over toward me. I said, Jimmy, it's an antlers video. You want to get a nice look at some antlers? Look at mine. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. They're not going to be very wide. They're not very big around. You can take a really good close look at them there. Before it gets too hot today, I want to go in and take a look at Prince Charming and Casper again up close. Prince Charming and Casper, we looked at them just 2 or 3 days ago, but they've changed in just 2 or 3 days. Look at this. This guy's walking right up to me. I mean, he's walking right up to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that one side. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, he's got a kicker down here. He might have another kicker coming out on his antlers. I mean, he is almost eating out of my hands. Just almost. I'll put this camera down. He sees the carrots in my hands. Put this camera down and see what happens. Got it on a tripod so I can just set it up here. See if maybe I can get him to eat one. Eat one out of my hands. I'm just gonna let it run. Throw a carrot or two out there on the ground. And let him come up here and eat them. He's really, really close. Got the camera set on a tripod. It's really, really close. And here comes Forrest over here. Things are not level. Forrest. Forrest says, let me show you how this is done, buddy. Let me show you how this is done. That's getting a close look at some antlers right there. I'm talking about he's behind the camera now. He's behind the camera. Oh my goodness. He's such a pretty boy. He said, don't be scratching and petting on me. I'm not a pet. I'm not a pet. I'm a wild deer. He's still pretty spooky. I went to move, made a fast move there, and you see him jump a little bit. But he wants those carrots so badly. I'm going to come around in front where I can get a good look at him here. He backed up a little bit, but he didn't back up very much. Little buddy is eating there off of the ground right here. I threw 3 or 4 carrots out there, and he's eating those. Buddy has never eaten a carrot out of my hand. I don't know that Forrest will let him. Here you go, buddy. Here, buddy. He's really crunching on that carrot, having a hard time eating it. I threw 3 or 4 down on the ground. He's having a hard time eating that carrot. He looks like, so that might be why he's so skinny. He may not have good teeth. Just about feed Buddy out of my hand. Well, I actually touched his mouth with that carrot. But he acted like he was having a hard time eating it. Now they used to come out of the refrigerator, so they're really, really cold. It's not bothering Buddy a bit. I mean, Forrest a bit. Yeah, but you are going to be. I don't know if those are. It looks like that one up there is going to come out into about 3. The one on this far side over here. I think that's a good place for your collar. When he gets to fighting this fall, he's probably going to rip it off. But what's going to happen? He's eating almost half a bag. Well, that's beautiful. I'm not going to give you the whole 2 pounds. No, I'm not. You'd eat every one of them, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. Look how beautiful that deer is. What a beauty. What a beauty. My gosh.
And the feeder has gone off. And there's my man Forrest. I think little buddy's out there. And I think there's one doe out there with him. That's what's there this morning. He's looking good. I got to feed him a little bit this week. And got to look at his antlers up really, really close. Really, really close. And that's awfully nice when you get to do that. Got Buddy to almost eat a carrot out of my hands. I think he will be doing that. That's him, I think, on further out there. There's a doe out there also. She might be back behind that tree. There's a doe out there with them. And they're kind of keeping her run away from the food. She doesn't like that. But Forrest, big, beautiful buck. That doe right there has not had her baby. Look at her belly. Look at how big her belly is. It's really, really, she is a big girl. Wow, look at her belly pooching out on both sides. She's probably carrying twins. I saw a set of twins. Most of the deer have had, I think we have only 1 deer left in the pen that has not had babies. We got over 20 babies this year, which is fantastic. And we have had some casualties, as we always do. We keep trying every year to keep that from happening. This year we got hit by a little infection that was getting in those deer, and we couldn't get it knocked out of them. And we lost some babies, just beautiful, beautiful baby fawns. This is the most glorious time of the year and the most terrible time of the year, too, because when they're born, it's fantastic. You watch them grow, you watch them get big. But when they die, it just breaks your heart, just absolutely. It hurts, it really does. And I know they're just a wild animal, but golly, God created them to live, and God knew that a good percentage of them would die every year. And He also created bobcats and coyotes and mountain lions and all that stuff that take a heavy toll on the deer, but it all works in God's perfect plan. And Forrest, we rescued him, crippled, named after Forrest Gump. When he was young, couldn't walk. Sherry and Jordyn took him home back to Lake Tenkiller, raised him in the house, and carried him to school with them. Mary had a little lamb, Jordyn had a little buck.